Greetings students, this is the first video for the physics chapter 12, motion and time. Let's see what we are going to learn in this lesson. So here are the objectives. We are going to understand the concept of measurements and standard units. Then we are going to understand what are the terms motion and time. Also we are going to understand the need of measurement. Why do we need to measure the physical quantity, right? Also we are going to know the instruments or say measurements of time here. We are going to learn about speed, the formula and the problems based on the calculation of speed. Further, we are going to identify slow and fast motion. And lastly, we are going to understand the distance time graph for uniform and non-uniform motion. What do you say when someone asks you how far is your school from your home? Of course, you measure the distance between the two places and answer accordingly, right? If someone asks you about your height, then what do you reply? 5 feet, 4 feet, and so on, right? Similarly, when someone asks how wide is your school desk, then how do you measure it? Of course, with the help of the scale, or if the scale is not available, you use the hand span, right? So actually, what is measurement? It is comparing different unknown physical quantities with a known quantity. So this measurement is been done by comparing different unknown quantities with a known physical quantities. What you can say is further a measure is the reference standard for comparing physical quantities. Okay. Children, in the past, different parts of human body such as hands and feet were used to measure objects. In fact, it is one of the oldest tools of measurement. Before the development of fixed tools of measurement, people used to measure distances and length by using different means. For example, before the invention of measuring tape, a carpenter used to measure the length of wood by using his hand or fingers, and cloth merchants used to measure cloth with their outstretched arm. In short, they used to have this non-standard measurements like cubit, which is the length between a tip of the middle finger and elbow of an outstretched arm. Then handspan, which is the length between the tips of the thumb and the little finger. Arm span, length between the outstretched arms. Then we have foot span, length between the tip of the big toe and the heel. Space or stride, you can say, which is the length covered in a single step while walking. But students, handspan, cubit, space and other units based on the length of the body parts are not accurate and reliable. They cannot be used as standard units of measurement as the length of the body parts varies from person to person. Therefore, people realized the need of standard units of measurement. And then we have these units, which is the fixed quantity that is used as the standard of measurement. We need this standard unit of measurement to make our judgment more reliable and accurate. For proper dealing, measurement should be same for everybody, right? Thus, there should be uniformity in measurement. For the sake of uniformity, we need a common set of units of measurement which are called the standard units. So in short, what you can say is standard units of measurements are those that have a fixed quantity and therefore do not vary from person to person and place to place. It is necessary, needed to have these standard units of measurement for the sake of uniformity and convenience in measurement. Okay? So in order to bring uniformity in the system of measurements, the metric system was standardized by the French in 1790s. The system began to be used as a standard system for measurements. With the passage of time, a more uniform system called International System of Units was developed, which is also known as SI system or say SI unit. For example, there are some SI units been mentioned here. For length, the standard unit or say the SI unit is meter. For mass is kilometer. For temperature, it's Kelvin. For time, it's second. Amount of substance is being measured in mole. Electric current is measured in the standard unit ampere, and luminous intensity is being measured in the standard unit candela. Children, for convenient measurement of large and small quantities, multiples and submultiples of units were being used. The units which are used to measure smaller quantities are called the submultiples of units, and the units which are used to measure larger quantities are called multiples of unit. Now here is a table of multiple and submultiples of meter, which is the SI unit of length. So if you see in multiples, you have the larger quantities, that is 1 decameter, 1 hectometer, 1 kilometer. So how is the conversion? It has been written there in meters. In submultiples, you have decimeter, centimeter, millimeter. So 1 meter is equal to 10 decimeter, 1 meter is equal to 100 centimeter, and 1 meter is equal to 1000 millimeter. So this way it is been converted.